Hello, dear brothers and sisters in Christ. I am Romel Lopez of the CBCP Media Office and Faith Watch YouTube channel. Nagbabalik po tayo rito sa ating programang Be Not Afraid. At kagaya na ipangako namin sa last episode, kasama pa rin natin dito ang host, ang totoong host. Ako ay substitute lang, taga-welcome lang. Ito yung ating host na ini-interview natin last episode. Ipagpapatuloy po natin yung ating kwentuhan sa kanyang journey sa pagiging isang chaste and faithful LGBT Catholic. Please welcome again the host of Be Not Afraid, Brother Edwin Valles. Hello, Brother Edwin.
Yeah, a blessed day, Brother Romel, and a blessed day to our viewers today. We're excited to continue yung pilot episode nitong Be Not Afraid.
Trilogy tong
Trilogy.
episode kasi we're on the second part. Trilogy ito, special edition dahil nga it's talking about your experience and your journey, faith journey sa Catholic Church. Nung last episode na pag-usapan natin, Brother Edwin, na kumuha ka bumili ka ng Catechism of the Catholic Church kasi nga for the sake of our listeners, sinasabi ni Brother Edwin Purun sa may last episode natin na he's living and celebrating the gay lifestyle, meaning very active in the gay lifestyle, but also he is very happy with his personal relationship with Jesus Christ. He felt the love in both lifestyles. Pero hindi niya matanggap yung tinuturo ng simbahan na sinasabi na no, yung encounter mo, yung physical encounter mo and experiences mo with persons of your same sex, hindi pwede at masama. So ang ginawa po niya, bumili siya ng Catechism of the Catholic Church in the local bookstore, binasa niya yung turo ng simbahan about homosexuality, and ito yung exact words niya, i-challenge niya yung mga pare at sasabihin niya na mali yung turo. So from there, pwede natin ituloy ang usapan doon, Brother Edwin, after mo nabasa yan. Ano yung ginawa mo? Talaga bang ikaw ay gigil na gigil at ikaw ay nagkaroon ba nagsulat ng libro or nag-guest sa mga TV shows, radio programs para sabihin na, ay hindi, mali ang itinuturo nyo. You can be both at the same time. Na very active ka sa gay lifestyle, meaning you can still have sex with men and feel good na you are following the teachings of the church.
Yeah. So tama. I had that personal challenge, pero hindi naman ako yung talagang voracious. Ang ginawa ko rin naman, yung sa Catechism of the Catholic Church, binasa ko siya prayerfully. So in-incorporate ko siya sa aking daily prayer. Ang commitment ko noon was magbasa ng 2 paragraphs per day. That was part of my morning prayer ritual. Together with pagbabasa ng scriptures of the day. So, It took some time, no? So, mahaba naman yun, di ba? So, siguro, but more or less, ang naging experience ko trying to understand the Catechism of the Catholic Church and trying to find yung errors ng what I thought was the errors of priests sa pag-interpret ng teaching ng simbahan pagdating sa homosexual experience. Habang binabasa ang catechism, nare-realize ko na parang may plano ang Diyos, di ba? So, kasi parang ang ganda-ganda ng pagka-layout ng teaching, yung magkaka-connect talaga siya and it's part of parang a grand plan. Right. At familiar na to sa aking grand plan ni God when previously yung sabi ko nga, 'di ba, yung dinala niya ako doon sa Bible-based prayer. Umabot na ako doon sa binabasa ko yung liturgical readings for the day, first reading, psalm, and gospel. But somehow, parang after some time of doing that, sa prayer, nakikita ko yung connection ng first reading sa gospel. At yung connection na yon, konektado siya sa pinagdadaanan ko at that particular point. So parang naisip ko na yung because of that prayer encounter, noon pa lang naramdaman ko na may plano ang Diyos. May plano ang Diyos for the Old Testament people sa first reading, fulfilled in the gospel, Jesus Christ, and it is being fulfilled in my current life. So, kumaga because of that personal experience, personal encounter, nung nakikita ko na parang konektado lahat ng Catholic teaching, parang I don't know, by God's grace, napagtugma ko na lahat to magkaka-connect and under the great wisdom of God. So meron siyang plano sa lahat, 'di ba? So maganda yung kanina na noon sa last episode mention mo si Saint Augustine, 'di ba? Parang si Saint Augustine na rin ata yung nag-quote na nagsabi na the truth is like a wild animal. You do not have to defend it. It will defend itself. So I guess yon nung kinuha ko yung catechism parang with my desire to prove the priest wrong, I was actually seeking the truth. And yun
Right.
na nga, the truth, parang it didn't have to, parang the truth defended itself, di ba?
Right.
So, helped by my own personal encounter with Christ through prayer. So yun, so parang na-realize ko lang na parte pala to talaga lahat in the grand plan of God. Even yung teaching ng simbahan on sexual ethics,
Right.
kung ano yung mga, kung saan ba naayon yung the sexual act and how sacred
Right.
it is, may plano siya na yung plano niya, it's really sacred between husband and wife, di ba? So
Mm.
parang gano'n. So somehow, parang after some time, na-gets ko siya. Yung gano'n,
Mm.
yung by God's grace, parang pinagtugma-tugma niya together yon.
And you did it on your own. Walang kumausap sa walang pumuwersa sa
Yeah, talagang ano yan parang it was really driven by prayer.
Mm.
Uh, uh, I will be parang medyo technical about this, di ba? Ang sinasabi nila, di ba, yung lex orandi, lex
Lex
vivendi,
credendi.
lex credendi, di ba? So, what we worship, we believe,
Right.
and we live our life accordingly. So, sa akin, yun yung three components of faith, di ba? So, talagang pinangalagaan ni God yung worship, yung prayer life ko, 'di ba? So but
Mm.
because I was living the gay lifestyle, meron siyang capacity to alter my belief system. So
Right.
ganun, parang ganun yung nangyari sa akin. But God somehow by his plan, hindi niya pinabayaan na mawala yung prayer life ko. And
Mm.
eventually, because of parang basta overall positive encounter with Christ in prayer, eventually parang umayos yung belief ko, umayos din the way I live my life. Parang ganun. Maybe that's how I will describe the whole process in a theological, technical sounding manner.
Right. And when you were doing this, Brother Edwin, you were still in a relationship?
Yeah. So I think siguro para maganda pakinggan, but also this is how I reflect on my past life. I think nung 33 years old ako, uh, parang nung time na yun before ako mag 33 years old, sabi ko, wow, I think nung 33 parang there at some point in history, someone at 33 years old saved the whole world. Ako kaya, pag
Right.
nag-33, kaya ako, ano kaya mangyayari sa akin? So para ko baga,
Mm.
sinet up ko yung sarili ko to have, I guess, a spiritually meaningful year nung
Mm.
33. And by God's grace, nagpunta ako sa Rome, parang nag-Vatican City tour, ganyan. Tapos, at the time, kakamatay lang ni St. John Paul II. So, na
1990,
nag-Vatican, uh,
year
2006, 2005 siya namatay,
2005.
'di ba? So
Right. Oh.
2006 ako nagpunta sa Vatican. Tapos sinanap ko yung tomb ni John Paul II and sabi ko kailangan pumuntahan yung tomb ni John Paul II. Nung napunta ko yung tomb niya, ginawa ko yung typical ginagawa ng mga Pinoy, yung bulong. So
Mm.
parang bubulong ka sa parang dead relative mo na parang whatever problem that you were going through, parang tulungan ka niya, 'di ba? So sabi ko sa kanya, St. John Paul II, take away my homosexuality, di ba? So parang ganun yung prayer ko at the time. But
Mm.
usually I used to travel a lot for work. So I had international responsibility sa work ko before. Usually kada pupunta ako sa foreign country, lalo na sa mga European countries, I engage, parang hinahanap ko I find the gay map, so hahanapan ko
Mm.
yung mga gay bar. So laging merong pinupursue ko yung gay lifestyle on the side. But that particular trip, European trip, nag-Netherlands pa kami noon, 'di ba? Parang Amsterdam is considered one of the gay capitals of the world.
Yeah.
Somehow by God's grace, I didn't pursue any of the usual gay things that I did. But I don't know. So I consider it to be parang a first Damascus moment kasi marami siyang
Mm.
Damascus moment. And since
Right.
33, I think I diminished parang papakonti yung aking homosexual activity. And siguro at that time rin, doon ko na-realize na tama pala yung simbahan all along, diba? So
Mm.
more or less around that time. But still, siguro I've developed the habit of committing homosexual act. So hindi ko talaga siya matanggal out of my system. So yun na.
Mm.
So since 33, I would avail of the sacrament, so I would foster his sacramental life. Whenever I commit a homosexual act, I will go to sacrament of confession before ako mag-communion. So alam ko naman yung mga technical things na 'yon, 'di ba? So 'yon. And siguro it took me another 7 years to journey through that until in my annual retreat, siguro mga when I was 38, thereabouts, sinabi ko finally, I became open sa spiritual direction. Kasi yung retreat na pinupuntahan ko sa silent retreat. So yung time na pwede ka lang magsalita is with spiritual direction. But I never talked about my homosexual struggles in that spiritual direction. Kasi feeling ko nga, parang, teka muna, high point in my spiritual life yung annual retreat ko. Baka mamaya hindi na ako pabalikin the year after, di ba? So, but by siguro mga 38 or 39, I had the courage to be out about it. So sabi ko sa pare, Father, my problem is I'm a homosexual. So yun yung sabi ko talaga. So nagulat ako, akala ko i-judge ako ng priest, babasahan ako ng Sodom and Gomorrah as typical reaction of mga faithful Catholic when it comes to this. Nagulat ako na yung sinabi sa akin ng pare sabi niya, Edwin, you're not a homosexual, you're a child of God. So, parang na-shock ako dun actually, to be honest, yung initial reaction ko at that statement was, parang ito namang paring to, di ba? Parang ang tagal-tagal kong parang nag-out sa kanya, di ba? Ngayon nag-out na ako sa kanya, parang kumbaga hindi niya masyadong binibigyan ng pansin yung pag-out ko, di ba? But since then, I continue to ponder on that sense of identity that priest introduced to me. And somehow, parang from that point onwards, kasi nga, even if dumating na ako dun sa point na alam ko na tama yung simbahan ng homosexuality, even if I knew na parang I should stop committing homosexual act, whenever I try to be faithful to the teachings of the church, it felt like a pursuit of deprivation. Kasi nga, I identified myself as gay. And di ba, parang, kaya yung kumaga kung identity ko is gay, I should be doing gay acts, di ba? I should be pursuing the gay lifestyle. So, kaya nga, if I try to be faithful to the teachings of the church, parang feeling ko dinideprive ko yung sarili ko, di ba?
Tinatalikuran mo yung kung sino ka.
Correct. But because
kasi I heard that, Edwin, sa iba kong mga nakakausap na ganun din, faithful Catholic daw sila, pero when I talk to them, I ask them kung willing ba sila. Ba't ko gagawin yun? Ganito ako, masaya ako. Ganun din na narinig ko na dapat masaya ako with my boyfriend. Gumagano sila. Tapos, mahal naman ako ni Lord, maiintindihan naman nila ni Lord. Yun ang mga sinasabi.
Yeah, so
yun din yung mga napagdadaanan mo when you were in that journey.
At that time, yeah. So, but because siguro ang pinagnilayan ko yung identity ko as a child of God, and parang I guess by reflecting on that, doon ka na-realize na sino nga ba ang anak ng Diyos? Sino nga ba yung son of God, di ba? So, a child of God actually tries to be faithful, di ba? A child of God tries to grow in the virtues, di ba? So if I do not commit a homosexual act, I'm actually fulfilling who I am, di ba, as a child of God, di ba? Kasi ganoon yung child of God, di ba? Parang pag mabuti kang anak, sisikapin mong sundin yung mga magulang mo, di ba? Kung anong gusto nila, kung ano yung inuutos nila, di ba? So ganoon. So I guess I became more and more open. Parang with that different awareness of my identity, I became more and more open to grow in the virtues, di ba? Or to be more faithful to the teachings of the church. So, yun. So, and then, maybe 2 years later, again, do sa annual retreat, sinuggest ng spiritual director ko, if baka kailangan ko ng support group. Diba? So, yun. So, sinabi niya na sabi ko, meron palang support group in the Catholic Church. Kasi akala ko nga, the Catholic Church walang pake sa mga tao, sa mga LGBT, 'di ba? Parang bahala kayo diyan, 'di ba? You're living in sin, bahala kayo sa buhay niyo. So sabi niya, no, actually there are several support groups, and yung courage yung most faithful to the church, 'di ba? So sabi ko, sige, January yung retreat.
And what year was this? January what?
2014.
Okay. So it took a while after your visit to the tomb of St. John Paul.
Correct, 7 years. And then just so January yon, pagbalik ko ng Manila, parang kinausap ka aga ng courage. By February 14, nag-meet kami. So, Valentine's Day pa. So,
Oh,
parang
memorable
very,
day
very poignant, di ba? So, tas
Oo.
hindi ko kakilala yan. Tapos nag-meet kami sa Starbucks. By the way, in the gay lifestyle, ang tawag doon is eyeball, di ba? So, you meet with a stranger in a
Oo.
Starbucks, di ba? So, in my case, it was parang mostly sex eyeball, di ba? So,
Oo.
doon ko mamimit yung maging sexual partner ko, ganyan.
Pero itong
But,
eyeball na to iba.
yeah, but yun naman, I guess yun yung maganda kay God. Nirevisit niya yung aking homosexual experience, and parang he made something new out of it. So
Right.
in that conversation, so and parang naging maganda naman, and I think 2 weeks after that I joined my first Courage meeting just before my 41st birthday. So parang talagang literally 40 years in the desert. Diba? So
Yung journey talaga, no,
talaga
from slavery to freedom,
so
ganun.
ganun talaga siya. So parang tapos the first time I joined Courage, alam mo yun, I describe it para akong si John the Baptist in the womb of Elizabeth. Parang may lumukso sa akin, di ba? So deep inside me, I knew na parang sinagot na ni God ang my lifelong prayer to
Ito
be
na yung
saved.
binulong mo.
Correct. Ito na yung binulong ko kay
Kay
St. John Paul II
Oo.
7 years prior na
Oo.
sinagot na, di ba? Through the intercession of St. John Paul II, I knew na parang this is where God wants me to be. I don't know, parang it's a indescribable, mysterious experience. But siguro parang I can testify to the authenticity of it all na parang I think when it came for me to choose between pursuing the corporate life and doing courage work, I decided to leave my corporate life behind. Sabi
Wow.
ko, parang ito na
Was
yung
it really was it hard for you, Edwin, to do that, na you leave behind, para kang ano 'di ba? Para kang Hollywood actor na biglang pumasok sa monasteryo, parang gano'n eh.
Correct, yeah. Unang-una, by somehow, by mysterious way, parang okay naman yung career ko. Parang biglang nagkagulo doon sa company that I was working for, and work became toxic na kinakain pati weekends ko, pero gusto ko nang gawin tong every weekend I wanna dedicate na lang to courage or the apostolate
Not for
work.
corporate work no? You want to
Pero alam
dedicate
mo yung ganun,
for something else.
parang so gumanon na. Tapos biglang parang when it came head to head, na parang feeling ko hindi na, I had to make a choice. But of course, diniscern ko yan. So I joined Courage February. Nag-resign ako was August na eh. So it took me mga 6 months of discernment, talagang parang sa katutak na prayer. And I think there was a time na prayer na parang ang lumalabas sa akin, not yet, stay there, stay there, stay there. Until dumating yung point na parang, okay, let go. Para ganyan, sige. Parang pumunta ka na.
And how long were you in that company?
2 years, parang more or less. Pero I think nung nag-join ako ng Courage ng February, doon na medyo naging complicated yung life. I think I was already moving towards my second year in that company there at the time, 'di ba? So, yun, medyo gumulo siya. Tapos, yun na, it came to a head na parang feeling ko, mag-break muna ako sa corporate kasi yung I wanna dedicate myself to this church work na lang, 'di ba? Sa Courage Apostolate. So, yun, nag-sabbatical ako. So, I think that was almost 7 years ago. Wala pa rin akong corporate work. I'm still doing Courage Apostolate work. But para yun, by God's grace, He provides naman with mga racket-racket dito, consultancy work.
Yeah.
So,
but you are also active na sa academia.
Now, yeah. So,
you also
kasama yan.
teach.
So, yeah.
So yung journey mo from that high school retreat, kung i-wrap up ko lang yung napag-usapan natin yung first episode, all of it started in that high school retreat, both for your lifestyle and for that deep longing of having that relationship with God. Kasi also in that moment, bumulong sa'yo ang Panginoon na parang ito ba talaga yung gusto mong buhay? And then it continued in college dahil ikaw ay nasa Catholic University and you keep on hearing the voice of God sa mga turo sa iyo within the Catholic University. At nasabi mo rin ito nung first episode na naririnig mo yung mga reflections, 'di ba? Na sa mga pagbabasa mo ng Biblia and even sa mga gospel readings sa mass, parang hindi ka niya nilulubayan hindi ka niya tinatantanan. And then bigla na lang nung ikaw ay nagpunta ng, sabi mo nga yung mga usual trips mo abroad, ibang mapa yung hinahanap mo. Pero
Correct.
nung that time, yung mapa na hinanap mo is the road leading to Rome, 'di ba? You cross the Tiber River, so to
Correct.
speak, 'di ba? Yung expression natin na crossing the Tiber River is crossing to from Rome to the Vatican to come home. At yun, bumulong ka na naman. Yun, ito naman yung prayer mo ngayon is doing a very Filipino thing sa isang foreign land at sa tomb ng hindi mo naman kaano-ano, sa dugo at sa even sa lahi, di ba? Dahil si St. John Paul hindi naman Filipino. Pero alam naman natin kung gaano siya kalapit sa mga Pilipino. And then pumunta na naman tayo dito sa retreat mo na naman, sa yung silent retreat, which is a silent retreat, ha. Tapos all of a sudden you had that, I think that was your ano na yung road to Damascus moment, or maybe even yung road to Ephesus moment na biglang you heard that voice na hinahanap mo, at yung voice na yun is those very important words lang na you are a child of God. And that,
Correct.
I think, no, Brother Edwin, that really opened up your mind to who you really are in the eyes of God and in the eyes of the church.
Siguro highlight ko lang 2 points, no? So,
Hmm.
yung high school retreat, yung very first encounter, divine encounter, siguro ang driver nun was yun na nga yung affirmation by my classmates, by my
Right,
male
right, tama.
classmates. It
Mm-mm.
was an experience of affirmation of other people. Kumbaga, ang nangyari doon, looking back so I identified myself at that time as gay, but
Mm.
my classmates, my male peers, saw in me the person who was bigger than my homosexuality.
Bigger
So,
than your sexual attraction.
correct, bigger
Kasi
than my sexual attraction.
hindi
Correct.
yun ang
Kumbaga,
'di ba yun din ang turo ng simbahan, na hindi ka
yes.
dine-define ng single act mo. Kasi parang
Correct.
gano'n din ang nangyayari sa cancel culture, may isa ka lang ginawa, you're
Correct.
already defined
Ni-reduce ka
by
na doon
that.
sa, yeah.
Right, 'di ba, kinahon ka na. In the same way, gano'n din ang tinuturo ng ating simbahan. I think ito yung maganda na pag-uusapan natin sa next episode natin, how the church does accompaniment for people with same-sex attraction, na hindi ka ikakahon just because you're an alcoholic. It doesn't mean that you are viewed as an alcoholic or an
Correct.
addict. You
You're
are
a
viewed as a
person struggling with alcoholic addiction.
right.
Yeah. Person is always bigger.
Right. Kagaya rin sa iyo, you're also struggling doon sa iyong same-sex attraction, but it did not and it does not define who you are.
Correct. And
At
because of
maganda yung
that,
experience
yeah.
mong yun sa mga
Correct, yeah.
classmates mo. Doon nagsimula. And
Yeah.
by the mere fact na ilang taon na hindi mo nakakalimutan, it
Yeah.
means na talagang malaki yung naging impact sa iyo. It left a very an indelible mark in you.
Kasi parang, kumbaga, ang nakita nila sa akin is the person was, yun na nga,
Right.
was bigger than my sexual attraction. So, deep inside me, I desired to be that bigger person. Kaya nga,
Right.
yun yung initial motivation ko for conversion.
Right.
And
And
that's
you
the first point,
cooperated.
correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you cooperated with that grace.
Correct.
Grace is
So
not
first yun,
sa
experience of
first yun.
affirmation, yeah.
Right.
But then second, kailangan na natin i-highlight, it is a journey or it was a journey for me. So, kailan ba
Tama.
ako 40 high school? 16 years old, di ba? So, yung final conversion ko was before my 41st birthday. So, that's about, parang 24 years? Tama ba? 24 years
Right.
of journeying through parang deep conversion. So, siguro yun din yung importante, parang, and I think maglilid tayo doon sa na I guess this show, yung Be Not Afraid, is all about that, na
Right.
parang na that the church, what the church desires is to affirm our true personhood, di ba? By listening to everyone's experience, including our LGBT brothers and sisters. And the church
Mm.
recognizes na it is a journey, di ba? Parang
Mm.
na hello, parang yung mga Saint Paul, parang even in history, even the lives of saint,
Right.
parang
Right.
medyo special selection yung gano'n Parang
Right.
a lot of the saints had to go through the journey of conversion. Diba?
Right.
So,
At
it really
at
took time.
hindi naman sila kagad perfect na dahil tinawag
Kaya,
silang saint, perfect sila nung pinanganak sila, di ba? Alam naman natin ang tanging perfect lang si Jesus Christ. At also ang ating mahal na ina, although may mga human error siya pero it's not sinful kasi nga
correct.
she was preserved from sin. Pero alam natin kung sino Saint Paul before he became Saint Paul, kung ilan ang mga pinapatay niya, 'di ba? Kung sa panahon natin ngayon siya yung taga-tokhang sa
Correct.
mga ano, naturo lang, di ba? Hindi naman sure, naturo lang na Kristiyano, patayin niyo yan, ganun kagad. And we also know, na nabanggit natin nung first episode natin, si Saint Augustine, how promiscuous he was, na even though ganun ang kanyang pinagdaanan, the love of his mother, Saint Monica, was very instrumental in his conversion, at he is one of the greatest saints. So it doesn't mean that you're living a very sinful life na huli ang lahat. And you're a perfect example of that. And I'm not saying santo ka na ngayon, Brother Edwin, no?
Correct.
Pero
Hindi.
that's all.
Totally not.
Oo. But we're all aiming for that dream. Yun naman ang habol natin dyan, di ba?
Yeah, yeah.
Na at the end of our lives, we may not be canonized, but we desire to be a saint in heaven, canonized or uncanonized. Yun naman ang ultimate dream natin. At yun naman ang ministry natin dito sa Faith Watch, to accompany our brothers and sisters towards that journey. Tayo ngayon dito, kung gagamitin isang Bible scene, hindi na to road to Damascus eh. This is now our road to Emmaus, na ino-open up na yung eyes natin sa beauty ng ating religion, kasi ang kasama na natin sa journey dito, tayong dalawa nagtatanungan, pero kasama natin dito sa paglalakad is si Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So yun. So, I guess parang sa next episode, so parang we will talk more about that. Yung paano ba nag-a-accompany ang simbahan. Diba? So,
Right. And base din niya sa experience mo sa Courage, kasi yung ginagawa niyo ron ay ministry talaga. So, sa episode na ito, napag-usapan natin yung journey mo towards Courage. Mas gagawin naman natin ngayong mas detalyado sa ating final part ng ating trilogy, yung ginagawa ngayon nila Brother Edwin sa Courage Philippines, and how the church, especially faithful LGBT Catholics, accompany those who have same-sex attractions to live a holy and chaste life as a child of God in His one true church, the Catholic Church. At kasama po dyan, dear listeners and viewers, ipapaliwanag niya, ano ba yung nasa likod ni Brother Edwin? Ano yung image
correct.
na yan? May dahilan po yan. At yan ang magiging standard image po ng programang Be Not Afraid. So, stay tuned po kayo sa susunod nating episode, dahil kasama pa rin po natin si Brother Edwin Valles para sa conclusion ng 3-part series ng episode na ito, patungkol sa kanyang buhay as an LGBT Catholic and yung work ng Courage Philippines, and what this program, Be Not Afraid on Faith Watch, can be of help to you or someone you know who is a faithful Catholic but is struggling with same-sex attraction. So, imbitahan mo sila, Brother Edwin, sa susunod nating episode.
Yeah, so maganda to, no? Parang yung kaya nga trilogy, 'di ba? Yung nasa third episode yung climax, 'di ba? Yung parang
No
kumbaga
pun
parang
intended.
so I hope we hope to see you there sa episode 3. Yun. And parang yun, I guess to everyone, be not afraid. Be not afraid to watch the third episode of Be Not Afraid.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also like and share, and also comment po dito sa episode na to, because we read all your comments and suggestions. You could also reach Brother Edwin, mag-message po kayo sa kanya. Sa next episode po, sabihin po niya sa inyo ang mga contact details ng Courage Philippines. If you want to message them, you could also message us in our Facebook account. Nandyan po sa screen, naka-flash yung ating mga YouTube address and the URLs po ng ating Facebook page. Hanggang sa muli po, malalaman nyo po sa next episode bakit Be Not Afraid ang ating title at ang work and ministry ng Courage Philippines. Until then, ito po uli si Brother Romel Lopez. See you sa next episode.